So, guys, it's a big day. The 2024/2025 roadmap is upon us, and it's actually got some pretty nifty things in it. So, we'll have a little look down here and see what is up. So, this is it. This is the roadmap. We are going to scroll down each thing individually, though. So, don't worry. So, the big thing that they revealed right at the end is they are releasing a new area somewhere. We don't know where, but they are making a new area. Like, it wouldn't be surprising if it ended up being more Eastern lands. Obviously, they started that with the Ark way back, so they could do that maybe. It does look like we are on a sailing on a ship or something. From what we can see, it looks quite shippy. Islands in the background, so it could be a bit arky. We'll have to see what happens. Obviously, it could also be Zia. Like in old school, they might want to try and match up the land between both games, potentially. So that is an option. We'll have to see what happens though. And then down here, they're talking about skilling profitability, which honestly, I don't know why they really care about this that much, but yeah, they want skilling to be good money, essentially. So they're looking at making a they want to make a content-sized project towards addressing the disparity between skilling and PVN, which I'm hoping isn't just a way of saying, well, if you're an Iron Man, unlucky, you know? Things have to be hard to get to make them expensive. So if you're iron, then, well, GG. I hope it's not that. I hope it's a bit better than that, but we'll see what happens. Down here we have a 110 Runecrafting coming up at some point as well. I'm kind of hoping that maybe this will address some of the upkeep issues that Runecrafting has. Like maybe make more runes or more effects or rune saving or some other stuff as well. We'll have to see what they do though. I'm kind of curious. I'm sure they're cooking up something quite interesting. So yeah, get your rune crafting hats on, get the essence out, and start crafting, I guess. Speaking of crafting, they're also making crafting be 110 as well. So they're actually going really quick with these skills to 110. It does make me worry a little bit that they're going a little bit too fast and not being able to put as much into each update as maybe they should, but we'll see. We will see. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be new. Well, I hope there'll be new training methods to speed through the runecrafting part. Anyway, it's not really the fastest skill ever, is it? Crafting that as well, we'll be able to create high tier ranged and magic armor. I wonder if that'd be tectonic upgrades maybe for the first time ever, or if magic armor is still just a bit in the bin. We'll have to see what happens there. But tectonic update would be kind of cool. High tier range armor, I mean, they just released Dracolich. I don't know if we need more high tier range armor, but we'll have to see what happens. If it is just tank armor like the primal that just came out, that is a bit disappointing. So I hope it's not that. I hope it's a bit more interesting than that, but we'll see what happens. We've got 2 new questies coming out. Lots of desert stuff. They're doing lots and lots of desert stuff, and at the end of the desert stuff there's gonna be a desert boss, which is quite exciting. So you got that to look forward to. Obviously the old seasonal events are happening, Halloween, Easter, all that good stuff. And the thing that I'm most excited for on this roadmap is combat achievements. So if you guys know about old school, they've got a combat achievement system where you have different tasks. You've got easy tasks, you've got medium tasks, you've got hard tasks, you've got elite, master and grandmaster. And the easy ones, the medium ones, the hard ones, those are okay. Those are doable for honestly everybody. But if you want to show that you're a cut above the rest, you can push to elite, master, and then eventually grandmaster. And it's not going to be easy, but I am very hyped for combat achievements personally. Very hyped. I've been wanting this update for ages, and I am so glad that it's actually on the agenda. Very excited about that. So yeah, I'm curious what they'll do, what kind of tasks are going to happen. I don't know if I want to have like more speed kills or more like unique challenges or like... I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I hope they have a good balance actually. But I hope it's not like old school where you're just like resetting for RNG for like Ruby Bolt procs. Although I guess there's less of that in RS3, so that shouldn't be as much of a problem, but there is still a bit of hit RNG of course. So yeah, hopefully more on the unique challenges side. That would be a bit more interesting, I think. And then, yeah, we have some spooky, scary Amascut showdowns coming after that. This is like basically summer next year, so a long way away, summer next year. But there is going to be the Amascut showdown, the desert finale. So big boss here. I'm assuming very difficult. I hope so anyway. Even like a step further up from the Sanctum would be super cool. I would very much like to see that. Just something really challenging would be awesome. So I've got my fingers crossed for that. Although I guess the good thing about combat achievements is so these are coming out earlier. Like combat achievements, they can actually make bosses that are, you know, like somewhat difficult. Like they can make bosses harder by making you do extra things, and I quite like that. I do like that a lot. So that's one of the wonderful things about combat achievements, is that anything that's doable, they can add a twist on it for combat achievements and make it really a lot more interesting. So I'm excited for that. And then we've got this. So this is stuff coming in 2024. This is a bit more short term from now. Yeah, the Phantom Guardian is coming out, the 4th Conjure, on September the 2nd, apparently. That's not even that long away, is it? That's actually really soon. But yeah, he's coming out on September the 2nd, and what he does is he absorbs some of the damage that you take, I suppose, and then when you activate him, he will launch that damage back into the enemy. And yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. I don't know how to get it, they haven't said, but just, yeah, on September the 2nd. So it's anyone's guess as to what happens. Maybe a rare drop from something. Maybe an old boss gets a new drop. I'm not sure. Because I guess they could add things to the Sanctum of Rebirth, technically. That's possible. But yeah, I'm not really sure like how necessary a 4th Conjure is, to be honest. Like, I feel like Necromancy is already quite strong. But yeah, we'll have to see how this goes, because it's about to get a little bit stronger, I guess, so there is that. And it's about to get even stronger still, because Necromancy is getting a Slayer Helm soon. I'm going to skip that bit now. But yeah, Slayer Helm is coming to Necromancy soon. It looks like something about the desert, potentially. The update is coming out in early October, so that's not the drop for the 4th Conjure. But yeah, the profane Scabarite creatures are going to be dropping the Necromancy Slayer Helm, which, like, that's going to be, like, I don't know, I feel like Necromancy doesn't need a Slayer Helm. I feel like it does a lot of damage already, but apparently, you know, that's coming out, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Slayer is probably about to become Necromancy only, judging by how strong this is going to be, but we'll see. Because, yeah, you could have a... Oh, my God, yeah, someone in Twitch chat. You could have a Raziel task and an Undead task. Oh, my God. Also, I mean, as in, you can do Raziel while on an Undead task. Oh, no. Oh, no. So, yeah, certain bosses, assuming it works together, they are going to get deleted. Even more than they already do. So, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, just like a generic Undead could work, maybe. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But up here we have the Skilling Boss, the Gate of Elodinus, and Ode of the Devourer. We don't know too much about this yet, but it's solo or group, and that's basically all we know so far. Just a range of active mechanics, they say, but lots of mechanics to master, so I'll have to see how that goes. It looks really pretty. I've got to say, this is a really cool screenshot. Like, I like this. Like, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. Obviously, we have no idea right now, so it's anyone's guess. We have no idea on mechanics or rewards, but it's coming out pretty soon, on September the 16th. is the quest, and then the boss is on September the 23rd, which is again not saying what was it? Oh, September the 2nd there. No, okay, so they're all different updates. They're not connected. So the 4th Conjure is not connected to the Skilling boss. We know that for sure. Yeah, Slayerhelm, I'm kind of scared of. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit scared of that. But yeah, there's a Halloween event, just standard Halloween stuff, I guess. Group Iron is of course coming pretty soon. Actually, I think they said October, and yeah, October to November is the kind of time for that. So really not that long. So you know, it's all happening. It's all happening. And then we have 110 Woodcutting and Fletching as well. So like they're really doing a lot of 110s very quickly. Like very quickly with the 110s. And yeah, I do fear that it's too quick, but hopefully they've got a good plan for it, and hopefully each update is good. So I have to see, there's a new tree, new hatchets, and a new level 100 range weapon, and a masterwork range weapon. So yeah, just more tier 100s coming into the game from skilling stuff. So that's that. We've got some desert quests coming this year as well. We've got Desert Quest 1 and then Desert Quest 2 next year. So make sure you've finished all of the desert quests in order to do this one, because this is building up for the finale with Amaskit, as we mentioned earlier. Got Christmas Village coming back, which is the black party hat and all sorts of that stuff. And yeah, that is about it basically. So yeah, let me know what you're most excited for. For me, it is definitely combat achievements, followed by the boss next year. Very much those things. But there's a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So I'm yeah, overall, I've got to say, like I'm pretty impressed with the roadmap. Like I'm more impressed than I expected to be. So that's good. But yeah, it's yeah, just loads of stuff coming out. And seemingly like quite a good cadence is their favourite word, isn't it? Quite a good cadence. So yeah, this is the stuff. It's all happening. And yeah, here it is. Here it is right there. And I think for the YouTubes, it's actually slightly cut off on the sides, so sorry about that. So yeah, big hype for combat achievements, big hype for the Amaskit showdown, and then you know, medium hype for me for the rest of it. And I'm sure some people will be different on what they're hyped for and what they're not. But yeah, let us know what you think. What are you most excited for? And yeah, there you go. 2024, 2025, and only up till June. So there's yeah, there's a lot more to come, of course, as 2025 continues. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you're excited, and we'll see you next time.